NRL vid, Journals back in a video today. This is my Gold Coast Titans 2020 NRL season review. And this is my fifth one. So this is my fifth one, and luckily there was just a storm actually earlier. So and the storm ended about 20 minutes ago. So I just thought that I was going to record the video at about 12, but and now it's like, what time is it now? It's like 2:40, so the storm went for quite a bit. I think it stopped around like 1:30, the storm, because I had a storm in Sydney, it's where I am, so, and it stopped, and, I'll be doing this review right now, but, I'll be doing not just one today, I'll be doing two, so two reviews. I'll be doing the Gold Coast Titans one and the Manly one, but I could fit another one in, so it could be possibly three reviews today, but we'll see how we go, because most likely I'll only do two, but we just Manly Titans, but we'll see how we go. So welcome back to another review. So I hope you enjoy this review about the Gold Coast Titans 2020 NRL season review. So the Titans in 2020, they shocked a lot of people. They did not finish in the bottom four like they traditionally do. They did better than expected. They came ninth. Justin Holbrook's changed the whole team, the way they play. They play with a lot of passion, I guess. They really do try in games now, and they just got their combinations working. I think with Ash Taylor and Jamal Fogarty have been really good together as a half combination. I think ever since Jamal Fogarty came into that Titans team, he's made a real impact. He's been definitely someone that's really done a lot for that Titans team. I mean, he used to be at the Titans in 2017, then. Or it could have been 2016. Like he used to be at the Titans in the Burleigh Bears, like the reserve grade team for the Titans in the Queensland Cup. Then he moved to the Eels for about a year in the reserve grade, and then he just comes back in 2020 and just plays first grade and just absolutely dominates. He's definitely won that halfback spot over Tyron Roberts for sure. Yeah, like Fogarty's just their future, I reckon. He's just done so well. Like he's about 26 or something, even But look, he's done really well, Fogarty. He's definitely fitted in, and he's been one of their positives this year for the Gold Coast Titans in 2020. I think players like AJ Brimson and Brian Kelly really stood out there. Arguably some of their best Titans players this year. They've really stood out. Those two young talents, and Kelly and Brimson, definitely the future right there for the Gold Coast. Anthony Don, consistent as always. He's definitely had another very successful year with his try scoring, and he's a very safe and solid winger as always, Anthony Don, and and even young Tamapaya, who just came back from being in Germany for a 2-year Mormon mission. It was his first NRL game since 2018 when he played against the pretty sure the club he made his return against was the Brisbane Broncos or something. Made his NRL game return against or something, I can't remember, but he did really well, Youngton Mapaya, and I think that it's a shame that Titans are going to lose him to Rugby Union next year, but what can you do? But I thought he fitted in pretty well with the Titans in his time there in the centres. But look, Titans they've just shocked everyone. I think not many people, because I think some people did expect some improvement from the Titans, including myself. I had the Titans at about 14th, I think. So not a big improvement, but it was something. At least I went at the bottom of the ladder. But I did not expect the Titans to finish ninth and come into contention in the top 8 at points. Like I don't think they ever were in contention in the top 8, because I think when the Titans were winning about 5 games in a row, the top 8 was sort of already set. But if it was a 25, if it wasn't 20 if it wasn't a 20 round season this year and it was 25 like how it usually is, then Titans would have been a very big chance of making top 8 in my opinion if it was 25 rounds. But obviously the top 8 is how it is, and those teams did deserve to make top 8 after all. But the Titans did really give a bit of a scare and a bit of a shock to some teams like Sharks, who will just hang in there in the top 8, and I don't think the Sharks really were impressive. But but look, I think that the Titans they're definitely building towards something special. Their young forwards like Mo Fotuaika and got Tino Fawasa Malawi coming to the club next year, Herman Siese, and the big one is David Fafita, obviously. So the Titans are building very nicely next year. They're going to be a really tough team to beat at points next year, I reckon. They're building very well, I think, and I think the only concern for me is their hooker, because I think Mitch Reigns is a good young. He's not young at all. He's experienced and he's older now. But Mitch Reigns okay, but he's not a fantastic hooker. I don't know if he's I don't know if that's the sort of hooker that takes you to the finals. I just don't know. And Nathan Peats is just he's a shadow of his former self, basically. Hasn't not been good since 2016, I think. Nathan Peats, his last time he was good, but yeah, big year for the Titans, and they've really done well, and they're building building to a very positive, uh, build to the future as a club, because it's good to see that the Gold Coast club finally have some positives coming up in their future. Very tough start to the year. They actually had a really bad start to the year. They got smashed by the Cowboys in round 3, got smashed by the Eels in round 2 at home. But then they bounced back with some changes in that Titans team Holbrook made, and they just finally working. They've been combining very nicely. So, good for the Titans this year in 2020. Been a very good year, and they should build on it for next year. But the only thing that worries me about the Titans is that the pre-season could stop their momentum, that how they were finishing at the end of 2020. So their momentum could stop the Titans, how they were going. So, but we'll see. Time will tell. But let's get into my star player for the Gold Coast Titans in 2020. I think that it's a no-brainer. It goes to AJ Brimson. AJ Brimson's just been on fire this year. He's just been so good. He's a great young player. He's already been picked as the Queensland fullback because Callum Ponga's out with a shoulder injury. So, and it's well deserved by AJ Brimson. He definitely deserves the fullback role for the Queensland Maroons. And I guess you can say Jamal Fogarty. Yeah, players like Jamal Fogarty, Kevin Proctor up there again, Brian Kelly. And if maybe Anthony Don, because he had a pretty good year, but I thought AJ Brimson was just a standout. He's better than all of them, and I think he'll really grow as a player. AJ Brimson, he's a big future, I think, and he's a very special player. Like, I think back in the early on in his career, like 2018, 2019, people were debating whether he's a fullback, 5'8", even a centre, apparently, but. It's clear he's a fullback, that's for sure. He's a clear fullback. There's no doubt about it. But even though he can play a bit of 5'8", he's definitely a fullback. Like, you look at him and you look at the performances he had this year at fullback, and it just tells you he's a fullback straight away. He's always been a fullback, even though he can play 5'8". But yeah, big year by AJ, and I can see a lot. I think this kid has a big future. I really do think that. Now, my worst player for the Gold Coast Titans. Now, this is a bit hard because the whole team's really improved this year as a club. But my worst player actually goes to Mitch Rain. I just think that Mitch Rain, he tries. That's the thing. He tries, but he just doesn't have it. I don't think he's just a passenger. I reckon Mitch Rain. And that's just my opinion. You might think it's harsh because Mitch Rain's a solid, safe player overall, but like, he's just a passenger, honestly, this year. Because what has he actually done this year, Mitchell? Like, what has he done? Like, and what did he do last year? Not much. So, and I don't think he's had a good year since 2015 or 2014. That's the last time Mitchell was really good when he was at Dragons. But, but look. Because most of the Gold Coast teams definitely improved. Like, if this was the 2019 review, then there would have been a few options to pick from for my worst player of the year. But the whole team's improved for the Titans, and it's really hard to pick now who's the worst player. But I feel unfortunate to have to go Mitch Rain. Mitch Rain's he just hasn't done anything. Honestly, he's just been there and he's just done his job. But like, he just hasn't been, a very explosive hooker. He just doesn't offer much to the Titans, I reckon. And my surprise packet player of the year award goes to Jamal Fogarty, and that's a no-brainer, honestly. Jamal Fogarty came very close to getting my star player of the year, but yeah, look, Jamal Fogarty definitely gets the surprise packet player of the year award, because this was a player, right? This is a player I expected to do nothing in 2020. I thought he'd just be in reserve grade again, but obviously with COVID, New South Wales, the Queensland Cup was cancelled, all reserve grade was cancelled, and like people have said, Jamal Fogarty is one of the best things that has come out of the COVID break. Is all that, he's the best story that's come out of the COVID. Is him redeeming his career at the Titans. He's always been talked as a special young player, Jamal Fogarty, who gives it a go and has some talent. And but unfortunately, that it's just hasn't been really seen that much. But in 2020, we have seen a lot of glimpses of it, and I think 2021 he'll definitely build on it, Jamal Fogarty. So. Well on to Jamal on a big year. He's a bright young player. He's a good leader as well, actually, because I've seen him speak to referees before, give some valid points when a call goes against the Titans. I've seen him go up to the ref before and kind of confront the ref why that happened. Oh, like why is it against us? And No, he's actually pretty good when he speaks to the referee and to the media. He's a good speaker as well, and yeah, it's good. Yeah, look, I think he's a definitely a future leader for the Titans. That's for sure. If he's like that, and yeah, he's a special player. I think that he could possibly play for the Indigenous All Stars soon because. I can see him coming close because I think that now because I don't think the Indigenous team has too many options in the halves. I don't think. Not that I know of, but yeah, Fogarty could be definitely a potential option for the All Stars. So you never know, it could come in contention. But yeah, look, 2017 at the Eagles, I'm pretty sure playing reserve grade, just did nothing. And 2017, yeah, I think he made a mid-season switch to the Gold Coast Titans. Like, correct me if I'm wrong, but and then he played only one game, and that was against the Eagles, and he didn't do too bad, but like that was he didn't do much, and that was Neil Henry's last game as the coach of the Titans before he got sacked, and that was Jamal Fogarty's debut game, and he's like 26, so a bit of a late bloomer as a debutant Jamal Fogarty, but. Look, it's a good redemption story. He's redeemed his career at the Titans, and it's good to see that happen so well. And Jamal in a great year at the Titans in 2020. But guys, my crystal ball for the Gold Coast Titans in 2021 is that they're going to improve massively. They're going to come close to top 8 again, but I think that they will just miss it. But this can all change though. This can all change without a doubt. But I think they'll just miss it, the Titans. But look, I think if they make some. They get a decent hooker. If they get a decent hooker and they get another good center, then I can see them definitely making the 8 for sure. They're going to come close to Titans, I reckon. But and yeah, I think Titans are going to definitely improve again. I think they're going to not be a bottom 4 team anymore. They're going to come into a top 8 I think they're going to be top 8 contenders, the Titans. But yeah, but that's my thoughts on the Titans this year. That's my 2020 season review on them. So hopefully you enjoy, guys. Please like, comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you in a couple of hours for my Manly Sea Eagles reviews, guys. That's my Gold Coast Titans review. So I'll see you next one. See you then in my Manly review.